In this lesson we're going to see some children recording making marks during a mathematical activity.
Right, today children, what we're going to be doing is we've got a problem. Because outside we've got a game of Skittles. And what we want to do is I want you to play that game, but you've got to keep score.
So initially the children will be on the carpet and the class teacher will be leading an activity trying to solve the problem of how can we keep score when we're playing a game of Skittles outside.
So I'm wondering if you could talk to the person next to you for some ideas about how you could do that.
Then we're going to see pairs of children outside who will be playing the game and recording their marks independently to keep their own score. So we're going to start with all the children together on the carpet because that gives them an opportunity to share ideas. So some children may be struggling for an idea of how to record marks, but by sharing ideas together and the teacher demonstrating some of those ideas, it gives them some ideas when they need to record independently themselves. I'm hoping that the children will develop confidence to record something independently. I also want them to appreciate that actually everybody's ideas of methods of recording are equal and there's no way that it's wrong.
How do you think you could keep score? If you've knocked over 2 Skittles, how do you think you could keep score?
So we will know the children have been successful in this activity because the children will be making marks, they will be able to interpret them, and the adult will also be able to interpret them, or their friends may be able to interpret them. What have you chosen to do here? What have you chosen to do this time?
Lines.
You've done lines to show 3 that you knocked over. So some of these children may take the activity further. Whereas some may be making just marks and pictures, some children may actually make their recordings as number sentences.
Elizabeth, tally marks. So come and show me what you mean by that, Elizabeth.
Some of the problems that the children may have when they're doing this activity is that when they actually come to read their mark making, they can't actually interpret it themselves. So the adult's role in that activity will be to help them through careful questioning to see how they can make their recording more logical.
Right, so Elizabeth, and how would I know that that was you? How would I know that it was you that got knocked over 2? Oh, that's a good idea, to put the letter that's at the beginning of your name. So Elizabeth has got 2.
Some of the difficulties that the children may have is actually writing the numerals. Some of them may write them incorrectly, form them incorrectly, or back to front. And this is an opportunity for the adult to work with the child to show them how they're correctly formed. Oh, right, that 9, should we look? Do you think that 9's the right way round? I'm going to show you, look, okay? So we're going to go round, up and down. Do you think you could do one like that for me? Yeah?
I don't see where I did it.
So the statement, when we think about children's early number, often talks about children giving meaning to their own marks and being able to record their mathematical thinking in paper or by drawing. That sometimes can be quite tricky to understand what it might look like in everyday practice, so we felt that making a video about that would be quite useful for practitioners to see. Children have an innate desire to communicate, and these children have been trying to communicate who is the winner in the game of Skittles. And they've been doing that by making 1 mark for 1 Skittle roll. So that's one way of showing how many points have been scored in a game. Other ways that children might choose to record could be through pictures. Some might choose to use numerals, and even some in the video chose to write it in a number sentence, which, while may not be the most appropriate way of recording 1 add 0 is 0, still shows that child's desire to communicate the mathematicalness of what's been happening in that game. Children love playing games, and actually every time a game is being played outside or inside, but whether by the teacher's design or the children's own invention, there's an opportunity there to record. This could be from children throwing paper aeroplanes and recording which hoop they went through and what the score might be. Skittles or hoop games, throwing games, all of those give opportunities for children to sort of explain what happened by making marks which are meaningful to them. Also, you could use stories where things happen in the story and either sets are combined or taken away, and ask children to say, can you tell me what happened? They might choose to use pictures. Also fine, as long as they're able to communicate with you how the process has changed and what the problem was and how it was resolved. So a way to prompt children to use marks to record in maths can be using questions such as, how will we know who is the winner? Or how can we explain to somebody else what's happened here? Or how can we explain for other people how they might want to play this game? And then you'll see children naturally start to record what their score was, what their friend's score was, and then have a think about how they then might want to go on from that, either by attributing numerals to marks or by taking it in a different direction.